Good morning, I'm Delusion Dispeller, and I'm going to be reading to you from this book, The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie, copyright 1990, for our Letting Go in 2019 series. Coping with stress. Inevitably, there are times of stress in our lives, no matter how long we've been in recovery. Sometimes the stress is outside or around us. We're feeling balanced, but our circumstances are stressful. Sometimes the stress is within. We feel out of balance. When the stress is external and internal, we experience our most difficult times. During stressful times, we can rely more heavily on our support systems. Our friends and groups can help us feel more balanced and peaceful in spite of our stressful conditions. Affirming that the events taking place are a temporarily uncomfortable part of a good, solid plan can help. We can assure ourselves that we will get through. We won't be destroyed. We won't crumple or go under. It helps to go back to the basics, to focus on detachment, dealing with feelings, and taking life one day at a time. Our most important focus during times of stress is taking care of ourselves. We are better able to cope with the most irregular circumstances. We are better able to be there for others if we're caring for ourselves. We can ask ourselves regularly, what do we need to do to take care of ourselves? What might help us feel better or more comfortable? Self-care may not come as easily during times of stress. Self-neglect may feel more comfortable, but taking care of ourselves always works. Today I will remember that there is no situation that can't be benefited by taking care of myself. Important words today. Taking care of ourselves. I think there was one paragraph in here that especially jumped out to me. It was, hang on a second. It helps to go back to the basics, to focus on detachment, dealing with feelings, and taking life one day at a time. Detachment. Sometimes things are going crazy around you. Sometimes people are upset with you. Sometimes it's warranted, sometimes it's not. Sometimes things that you thought were going to happen don't happen, or things you never dreamed would happen out of the blue. And you're stuck in this kind of tornado of stress that you're just like, man, what just hit me? I've been there, I've done that. Sometimes I'm still doing that. And it seems like things can go on for the longest time, just coasting along with no problems, and all of a sudden, bam, you're hit out of the blue with something that just throws you off kilter. I get it. Been there, done that. That's when you practice self-care. That's when a lot of people would start abusing themselves, drinking too much, going out and partying to try to escape their situation, but you really never escape it. You just temporarily walk away, but you have to walk right back into it when you're done escaping it. I don't do that. I don't drink. I don't abuse my body. I don't try to party my problems away. I don't do any of that stuff. I am a self-care person. I try to figure out, where was everything working right? How do I get back to that equilibrium in my life? Um, Sometimes that means cutting off people. Sometimes that means taking a step away for a while till things calm down. Sometimes it means picking up a new hobby or going back to an older hobby. It just means looking inward about what makes me tick, what makes me comfortable and happy, and going back to that, as they say, happy place. We make fun of that in like movies on TV and stuff like that about the happy place or the escapism, whatever. I don't know how I've just heard it called the happy place, where you just sort of go to regroup. And as funny as that is when people make fun of it, it's a real necessary thing. Or you will see people committing suicide and drinking excessively or gambling or doing all kinds of manner of crazy behaviors because they didn't take the time to just regroup, figure out what they wanted out of life, figure out when it was working and what that felt like, and go back to that place, revisit that place of balance. And that's what I'm doing now in my life, is revisiting the place of balance. There's times your friends will disappear to just kind of find themselves again. It's totally normal, totally understandable, and totally necessary to do that sometimes. So today, instead of punishing yourself by overeating or overindulging in a substance when you're upset and you've been hurt, try to figure out where things were working, what were you doing, and go back and do those things. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next Letting Go in 2019. Be blessed.